Okay, so I'm going to explain breakout rooms in this video, but before I even start, maybe I can show you a little bit on what it looks like, and then if you want to use it, you can check the rest of the video. But this is basically what is happening now. I am teaching year 11, 12, and I'm letting them use the breakout rooms. They have to look up websites, and they have to, in groups, talk about if there are good resources for learning English or if they're bad resources. So basically that's what's happening. I have 3 groups, room 1, room 2, and room 3, and all 3 of them are doing the same exercise, but in different groups. So basically that is what I use my breakout rooms for. So this is room 2. I can go to room 1. Hello everyone, I'm going to talk a little bit about working with Google Classroom breakout classes. I'm going to make a video because it's something that I use in my classes, and yeah, I would like to show you how I start with it. So the first thing I do is I open my Google and I will try and get you ready step by step to install everything and to make sure that it works. I'm going to use my private account because everything is already set up in my professional account. So I will start with my private account just to show you where to download things and how to start it. So the first thing we have to do is we have to look for the extension that we're going to use. And it's called Google Rooms by Robert Hudek. So you want to click this one, and then you will able to find the extension. So you can click the first one. This one should be the correct one. When you have opened this web page, you should be able to download an extension that connects to your Google Chrome profile. So that's the reason why you want to use your professional account, because it's connected to your Google account. So use your teacher's account for this. And then when it opens, it takes some time because the internet isn't great. And that's something I will talk about a little bit later as well, because it is very hard on your internet connection using this extension. So that's important to know before you download it and before you work with it. So this is the one that we need, Google Meet Breakout Rooms by Robert Hudek. You add it to Chrome, so it's basically downloading, and then it's going to be added to your specific profile that is logged in. So for me, that's my private account, but it should be your teacher's account. You will get this pop-up that says add Google Meet Breakout Rooms by Robert Hudek. So basically you're going to add the extension, and what's going to happen is going to be added to your plugins that you have here, all your extensions. So when you click on that, oh, no, first it has to download. You can see that down there. So first it will download a thing, and then it will be part of all the extensions that you already have. So I just changed to my professional account to show you what it looks like when it is downloaded and when it is added. So where can you look to find if you have it, if it has downloaded. So you click this puzzle piece, and it's called extensions, and you can look for Google Meet breakout rooms. So I'm going to show you what it looks like when you open it and what you have to do to set it up for your classes. So I'm gonna click on it, and then another window will open with the Google breakout rooms. So this is the thing that we would need. This is what you get. So mind you, this is already set up for my secondary students in English, but you have to set it up yourself, and that's what I'm going to walk you through right now. So when you first open this is what it looks like. The first thing you want to go to is courses. So for secondary, we have 4 courses. We have year 11, 12, year 9, 10, year 8, and year 7. But if you are in primary, you'll be having year 4, year 3, year 4, or year 3, or year 2. So in primary, you supposedly only have 1 course, but in secondary, we have 4 courses. Then, so this is what you want to type in yourself. You don't need to give a description, just make sure that you give it a title so that you know what classes you'll be teaching and that you know what button you need to press on when you start your meeting. So for you, that will just be, for primary, that will just be your class. For secondary, it will be year 7, year 8, year 9, 10, year 11, 12. So make sure that when you have typed everything of this down, to press the save button. If you don't press this blue button to save, it won't, and you're actually not really adding to it. So how can you add when you only have like one of these lines? You can add by pressing this green button that says plus and plus. I'm going to erase them for now, and then again, anything that you do, save your changes. So I have 4 courses. Now that I've entered all my courses, I'm going to enter the rooms. So normally what you have now is you can press this one. This will be all the courses that you saved just before. So I have year 7, year 8, year 9, 10, and year 11, 12. So that should be an option you have now. So make sure that you've checked that. So what you're going to do next, let's go to year 7. You can make up the first rooms, the amount of rooms that you'll be able to use in your Google Classroom breakouts. So the main one is normally already there, but this will be empty, and then you can add your rooms. So basically same as what we did before. I made 5 rooms just to be sure that I have enough, because in secondary we can have a few students and I like working them letting them work together. That being said, 3 is probably enough, because if you have 4 or 5 rooms, it will be a lot on your internet and it will be a lot on your screen going on. But I just made the rooms as I thought I needed. So the main one is already filled in. And then again, if you want to create room 1, you can press this green button with a plus and you can type room. So I just typed room 6, but I don't need a 6th room, so I pressed this red button that takes away one of the rooms. What is important when you're going to use the rooms is that for your main room, you have to connect it to the link that is linked with your Google Classroom link. So it's probably easier if I show you. So what you want to do is you want to open your Google Classroom, and I am now talking about year 7. What I want to do is there is a Meet link that they always have to press on. You have to copy this link and you want to bring it to this one. So this one is the link to my main meeting that you will have. That is the link that you always have to copy in the first main one, and then when you save it, you will see that the links for your rooms will automatically show up. So that's not one that you have to do. They will do For the rooms, the computer will do it for you, or the application will do it for you, but for the main one, you have to do it yourself. And keep in mind, if you have multiple courses, you want to do that for every single one of them. So I have copied year 7 for year 8 as well. So what I do is I go to Google Classroom, I go to year 8, I'm going to copy this link, and I want to paste it in the main one so that it will connect with this one. Again, make sure that you save everything you do. Do it for year 9, 10, do it for year 11, 12. So basically, it's the same procedure for all of these classes. So normally when you have done all of these things, you are ready to start with your meetings. So I'm going to start showing you what that looks like without students, and then later I will insert a clip what it looks like with students. So these are the panels that you will use, but maybe I will first start with opening up. So before you start class, you can open up your breakout rooms. So for instance, I am going to teach year 7, and I am going to not open 5, but I will open 2 other rooms. So that means 1 main room, 2 other rooms. You can choose to only open up your main room, you can choose to only open up your breakout rooms, and you can choose to open up in your main room and your breakout rooms, and then it syncs with your Google Classroom. That's what it says. So what happens when before class I press this button, it will open up my general main meeting that I will have. It will open up a room 1, and it will open up a room 2. So this is what you see, and you kind of have to wait until these pages are ready for you to join the meeting. That's the reason why I start doing that before classes start, because it can take a while, and it will also take a while now because I'm screen recording and it asks a lot of my internet. That's the reason why it might seem like it will take a while. When it is loading, you will see that there will be a button when it's ready to join now. You want to click that button for your main meeting, and you will also want to click that button for your room 1 and your room 2. So my meet room is ready. It's going to start without microphone and without camera. And this is what you'll see. This is your main room. This is normally where your students will enter when they just press the link. They will only be in this one. So for instance, just to show you, when I talk, normally my students would be here and they will all hear me. Same with video. Then I'm going to see if I can open my other rooms. So I'm going to join room 1, and I'm going to join room 2. So basically I set this up even before classes start, because connecting can take a while, and the internet might be a bit hard to do it while you're already in a meeting. So what this looks like is you have a room 1 and a room 2, and I'm not presenting in either one of them. So basically when you're in your main meeting, you can send your students to room 1 and room 2. I can talk to only room 1 if I want to. So for instance, if this group only has 3 students, I can talk to these 3 students on my own. I can also do that with room 2, only speak to the students that are in this class. But there is something else I can do. I will show you this breakout room. That way it doesn't work, does it? I want to see what it does. So now you can see you can see my true rooms, room 1 and room 2. I can broadcast to all breakout rooms when I go back to my breakout panel. So my main room, this means that I can hear everything that happens in the main room, but no students are there, so I don't need to. But this can bring me to my room 1. Now I want to hear what my room 1 has to say. I can click on this one, and now I can speak to room 1. So I don't have to go to that window, I can use this panel as well. Imagine that I don't want to talk to room 1, but I want to talk to room 2 individually. Then I click one further, and now I'm talking to room 2. The thing is, it's also very useful to do that with the 2 rooms or multiple rooms at the same time. Now I can hear what is happening in room 1 and room 2 at the same time. And now I can speak to both these rooms. For instance, when I say, class is over, you can all leave, then I'm saying that to all students in room 1 and room 2. Or when there is an issue, you can talk to all rooms together. That is what it looks like when you have the rooms without your students. Something I would like to point out a bit more is when this is green, this means that you can hear your students talking. When you don't want to hear room 1 because you're talking to room 2, you can click on that. There is also a chat function in here as well, so if you want to use a message to let the students know that you can't listen for about 5 minutes, then you can do that as well. So yeah, this is what it looks like when you're using it without students, and now I will insert a clip of when I am using it with my students. Okay, so now I'm going to start and join the classes, the ones that I set up before. This is the clip I was talking about. This is me showing what it looks like, and I hope it works. So this is year 7. They're still talking, and they don't know that I'm recording this, but I'm going to inform them, and then I'm going to let them go to the room separately and show you what that looks like. So this is what your main room still looks like. So I have just informed my class that we will be doing the Google Breakout things. So what I'm going to do now is the students can't hear me, but I'm going to let them go into the breakout rooms and tell you what it looks like. So what I do now is I'll go back to my breakout panel. Then I have my rooms ready. They look, here they are, and here they are. So what I do now is I have to pre-assign. There are 2 links that I can copy to the room. I will copy them, or you can just click the here button, and then you will copy them. The links are now copied. So what I do now is I go to the chat in here, or I post it on Google Classroom, either one that works. Then I'm going to post the links in here, and then I'm going to post the links in here, and then I'm going to ask my students to click the buttons. Okay, all the girls, press the link in room 1. All the boys, press the link room 2. Let's go. And then normally what happens is you will get your room 1 filled up with students. You have to admit them. Admit all. They ask to join, and then they should be able to enter. We can still hear the students for now, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to ask to stop here. Okay, so I am in room 1. So what you can see now is I am in room 2 and in room 1, and the students are present, and everyone can use the chat, as you can see here. Hi, hello, hello. And now I can talk to room 1. Maya, can you hear me? So normally Maya says, yes, we can hear you. Thank you, Maya. And now I want to say something to room 2, and I want to see if they will respond. So I can press this button to just hear them. Hui, can you hear me?
Yes.
Okay, thank you. So this just goes to show on what it looks like. So now this group, room 2, can work together on something, and room 1 can work together on something. That's basically what it looks like. Normally you will have a green button that can show you if you want to hear the sound. What you can do as well is, this is my Google Breakout, broadcast to all breakouts. Hey guys, how are you doing? Try and tell me how you're doing. And then they should all be able to hear me and hear what I'm saying. So this is a bit about Google Classroom, the breakout rooms. I hope this was useful. Yeah, and that's what it looks like.